A gift is something offered willingly to someone without payment. The giver expects the receiver to be happy and value that gift, especially when given with love. Children are a gift from God. How we receive them matters a lot. How we take care of them means much as well. As parents, when you make a decision to have a child, you're also making the decision to take responsibility for that child. You don't abandon your obligations as a parent because you have other plans. Hello, viewers. Once more, you're welcome to your favorite show, Shantia's Haven. On Shantia's Haven, as you already know, we talk about the family, everything that has to do with the family. Thank you so much for those who have been liking our episodes, those who have been commenting, and those who have taken the time out to share these videos with other families so that they can learn what we are all learning on this platform, because it's a wonderful platform and there is a lot to learn from it. If you haven't done so, please do it. Today on Shantia's Haven, we have another youth. It's a youth week, so we will be talking about youth. So we want our parents and our guardians to get to understand what goes on in the minds of these youths with the different topics we'll be treating. Hello, Stallone.
Yeah.
You're welcome to Shantia's Haven. It's a pleasure that you're here with us. And as we already heard, children are a gift from God. But the problem comes in when the parents abandon these children. So, Stallone, what are some of these effects of parents abandoning their children?
Ok, merci déjà, Madame Francel, pour le privilège que vous m'accordez en ce jour de m'exprimer à travers votre émission. Les conséquences sur l'abandon des parents sont si nombreuses. Par exemple, nous avons la délinquance juvénile. Par exemple, lorsque tu n'as pas un parent auprès de toi, l'enfant va se retrouver à être délinquant, à mener une vie de débauche, c'est-à-dire commencer à son jeune âge à côtoyer les bars, fréquenter les jeunes filles, faire des choses qui n'ont pas Dieu, qui ne vont pas avec la loi du tout, à avoir la mauvaise compagnie. Donc, c'est un peu ça la nombreuse conséquence par rapport au rejet.
That's just a recap of some of the consequences that we have when our parents abandon us, which Stallone is trying to put out there for us parents to understand. Actually, it's somehow sad to note that a boy and a girl or a man and a woman would decide to have pleasure, and then a child comes, and instead of owning up to your responsibilities, you leave this child to him or herself. When you leave this child, what do you expect? Sometimes we give birth to many children, or we give birth even to children, and hoping that another person would take care of our own children. It is not supposed to be that way. When you give birth to your child, you should be up to the task to take care of your own child. Unless it is in some severe cases extreme cases where we all understand that this person is incapable of handling this child. Maybe sickness or death. That one is understood. But when you are still up on your 2 feet and then you give birth to your child and you don't take care of that child, you have nothing to do with that child, you just want your life to continue, you want to go on living your life the way you want, and you take this child and give either to your mother, or you give to your sibling, or you give to some relative, or even to some friend, man, what are you thinking? Sometimes this boy and this girl will come together and they have this child, and the father will say, I don't want that child, I didn't call for this child. Or maybe the child was even born out of wedlock. Or maybe this child was born, maybe it's someone who is not married, giving birth to a child with another person who is married, and now there is this confusion and there is this issue. Today on Shantia's Haven, we just want to bring this consciousness to parents that please, don't give birth to children if you can't take care of them. don't give birth to children if you're looking at another person's pocket. It's not fair. Some of these people go through a lot raising your children, and some of them can't even do it as much as you would have done. Or some of them have to deal with the effects of you abandoning those children, because these children in those homes would always think that their parents are better than where they are, and so they will stress up the other people in that home. So I will call on parents to sit up and take care of their kids. Take care of your children. Don't abandon these children in other people's hands. It's not too good. Unless it is really, really, really important or really serious. Like I said, you may be sick, or maybe death, or maybe you're traveling somewhere and you really need somewhere this child can be for the meantime, and you get there. And even when you do that, make sure you are in the life of that child. The social media has made it so easy for us today. You can be calling this child every day of your life to find out how the child is doing. And not only calling this child, call the caregiver or the caretaker of this child as well. And let the child know that you respect the caretaker. And let the child know that you value the decisions of that caretaker. And discuss with this caretaker even besides that child, so that even that caretaker would feel good and want to take care of your child. Now we have Stallone with us. He is a victim of a child who was given birth to and, in quotes, abandoned or not taken care of by his biological parents. He's going to give us a recap of some of the things he went through because of that decision, and where he actually lived because of this decision of his parents. So Stallone, you've made me to understand that you are a child who, after your mother gave birth to you and your father, both of them could not take care of you. Both of them left you to yourself and to the world. I want you to give us a small resume of how your life was when they gave birth to you.
Déjà, je n'ai pas eu la chance de grandir auprès de mes parents, puisque ma mère, après avoir m'accouché, elle m'a envoyé au village vivre avec ma grand-mère, et j'ai commencé mes études primaires au niveau du village avec la grand-mère. Via que la grand-mère était fatiguée à un certain âge, elle était obligée d'appeler la maman pour qu'elle vienne me chercher. Ma maman est venue me chercher, manque de moyens, elle m'a envoyé chez un oncle du côté de Douala pour que je puisse vivre avec lui et continuer les études. Arrivé chez l'oncle, j'ai continué les études. À un niveau, il a eu des problèmes avec la maman, il a dit qu'il ne doit pas assumer les responsabilités de la maman. C'est comme ça que l'oncle me demande de retourner chez ma maman. Ma maman vient donc me chercher et me ramène à Batouri, là où elle habitait. Via qu'elle ne faisait rien de temps en temps, elle était malade. Moi-même, voyant sa maladie, de temps en temps qu'elle tombe, j'étais gêné. C'est comme ça qu'elle m'a également encore envoyé chez un autre oncle, toujours à Douala, son petit frère. C'est comme j'arrivais là-bas, j'étais là-bas, je travaillais comme un enfant de la maison. 2 mois après, l'oncle me fait comprendre qu'on ne doit pas accoucher pour qu'il assume. Il me demande que je dois sortir. Je suis sorti de chez mon oncle en ce moment. J'ai commencé à me battre dans la rue, puisque comme je sortais chez l'oncle, je faisais pratiquement la classe de 5e. Comme ça que j'ai commencé à me battre dans la rue. Première année, j'ai raté l'école, je n'ai pas fréquenté. Je me suis battu dans la rue, je n'avais nulle part où aller. Via que je n'avais même pas le numéro de mon papa, lui qui ne s'est même jamais intéressé à moi. C'est comme ça que je me suis battu à un niveau. J'ai commencé à vendre les petits trucs dans la rue. J'ai commencé à louer à l'âge de 5 ans. Et lorsque j'ai commencé à louer du côté de Douala,
À louer à l'âge
j'ai commencé à louer comme je faisais la classe de 5e, pardon.
Okay.
Oui, en salle de 5e,
Alright.
c'est là où j'ai commencé à louer. Et lorsque j'ai commencé à louer, je fréquentais, en même temps je me battais, je vendais toujours les chaussettes du côté de Douala pour payer ma pension et pour pouvoir manger, payer mon loyer. À un niveau, c'était difficile pour moi. j'ai commencé à entrer dans la mauvaise compagnie. Les mauvais amis m'ont entraîné. J'ai abandonné l'école lorsque j'ai eu le BPC.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, Stallone, for that resume of what abandonment can do to children. This takes us to parents and guardians who are swift and fast in looking at the street children, or are looking at some children and just talking against them, or just throwing some words. Some of these children are sincerely in need. Some of these children sincerely don't know where to go to. Imagine how many homes he was taken to. How many times he had to leave and live here and go to this house, go to that house. I'm trying to think of what was going through his mind at that moment when he was changing so many houses. So Stallone, what was going through your mind when you were leaving one house to the other and you were not sure of tomorrow? And you used to see children in their own families. Children live with their parents and you didn't live with yours. And meanwhile, yours were alive. It's not like they had died. Ils étaient bien vivants. They were very much alive. And how was your mind at that time?
Merci. Vous savez, c'est pas facile parce que tout enfant aimerait grandir auprès de son père et sa mère, avoir l'amour du papa et de la maman. Le fait de changer les maisons chaque fois, j'étais vraiment gêné parce que l'amour de ma maman me manquait, aussi également de mon papa. Et également, comme tu étais dans cette maison-là, lorsque la maman est là, on te traite un peu bien, mais lorsque pas, tu te rends compte que le traitement qu'on te donne, c'est différent de ceux qu'on donne aux autres de la maison. Au point où j'ai même eu les mots, qu'on me donnait des mots comme enfant bâtard, je suis un enfant bâtard. Et chaque fois que ma maman venait, je pleurais les larmes, mais moi-même, je voyais la situation de ma maman au moins, qu'elle ne pouvait pas vraiment. Oui, raison pour laquelle je supportais. Donc pour moi, ce n'était pas facile. Mais étant enfant, je m'habituais petit à petit avec les autres pour pouvoir m'en sortir. Au point où, comme je voyais même ma maman, je ne ressentais plus trop d'amour. J'étais même habitué de vivre même sans elle.
Sans elle.
Oui,
Okay.
au point où même que je la voyais, même le manque de respect s'installait parce que un niveau, moi-même j'avais des comportements que tu n'es pas ma mère, tu ne m'aimes pas, tu ne fais rien pour moi, tu ne peux rien me dire. Donc j'avais ce genre de comportement chaque fois que je voyais ma maman. Elle me disait toujours qu'elle ne m'aime pas, raison pour laquelle elle m'envoie toujours c'est mes oncles et mes tantes vivre avec eux. Donc c'est un peu ça.
Thank you, Stallone. Dear viewers, dear guardians, dear parents, is this how you want your child to look at you after a while? No respect, pain, grief, anger, fear, because you couldn't take care of that child, or because when the child needed you most, you were not there. Let's think about it. We'll be right back to find out about the consequences of all of this on Stallone's life. Don't go away. Stay tuned for more on Shansia's Haven. Remember to always leave it better than you made it. See you some other time on Shansia's Haven. Bye-bye and see you soon.